That's just a 10 vocal performance, you know what I mean? Imperfections and all. Hey there, Chevellians, it's Lauren here. How's it going? Before I say another word, I have to show you this. I know some of you saw it because I made a post about it, but I also have to show you this. So, I won't say I'm like scared to make Chevelle videos now, but I'm like a little... What is the word for this? I don't know. Now, does this mean that Pete has seen my video? I'd like to think no. I'd like to think that this is like their social media team that's doing this, right? That's not the actual Chevelle commenting on my video, right? Right? Because if it is, I might have to just throw in the towel right now, because I'm just thinking back to some of the things I've said in my Chevelle videos. And they're a little on the embarrassing side, especially if it's a music video. Anyway, that being said, today we're going to do Highland's Apparition. To like finish some of these albums, some of the older ones, so that I can buy them. Like I did with this type of thinking, which seamlessly leads me into my shameless self-promotion. I have been making Soundwave stickers in case you missed it. I made a short you can watch that has all 10. I've made 10 of these so far from this type of thinking. This is Panic Prone. There we go. Panic Prone. And then I stuck their faces here. The colors match the album cover. That's why this one is primarily gray and the red. So this is available in my store. Linked below somewhere if you'd like to check this out. I'm not sure why I didn't do Closure, since that's my favorite Chevelle song, in case you've forgotten. I haven't mentioned that in quite some time. Subliminal marketing. Subliminal marketing! There we go! To entice you to buy my Soundwave sticker. Anyways, let's get to this song. I don't have my lyrics yet. I'd just like to thank you for clicking on this video. So this album has had, you know, quite like a lot of bangers on it. This has Sleep Apnea on it, right? I'm pretty sure Sleep Apnea is on this. I've done maybe half of this album. So Jars was a single, Letter from a Thief. But Sleep Apnea, banger. I love that one. Anyway, let's get to the song now. I have my lyrics. Here we go.
See it, startled.
Acoustic.
Afternoon, I had to ask her, dare I ever know? Tell us we are demented. Watch as our attention span hold so fast, then goes up in smoke. I don't think you're nervous enough. It happened to show its own face. Search for the solace ends. Now put him to rest.
Is the whole thing acoustic? Because that would be nice. Especially because this isn't like right in the middle, but it's between Letter from a Thief and Roswell's Spell. I can't think how that one goes. Pete's voice was like made for acoustic. I mean, he can belt it for sure. But it's just like butter. I'm just melting all over the place. Pete, if you're watching this, I just want you to know you are immensely talented. Your voice is like in another sphere. And I just love you. And Closure is my favorite. Closure is my favorite. You killed it with Closure. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Like, Pete and a guitar is just like a match made in heaven. It just his voice lends itself so easily to an acoustic And maybe that's why they did an acoustic album. I'm pretty sure. Or they have acoustic versions. I don't know if they did a whole album, but I know they have some acoustic versions of songs, which I need to do more of, by the way. But yeah, this is really nice. I am going to guess, though, that it's not going to be acoustic the whole time, even though it should be. I think it should be. I'm going to start it over again, and I'll meet you back here. So just a second. I'll be right back.
Search for the soul essence. Now put him to rest. Culprits shattered, apparitions left in time if we're honest. Sight unknown, crowing, frozen bedroom. I woke up certain laser tumor tree holds it. Unbeknown, still sending chill. Don't think you're nervous enough. It happened to show its own face. Search for the soul essence. Now point him toward rest.
I think maybe it will be acoustic the whole time, which I am very much in favor of. He did a really cool thing with his voice in here, and I don't know where it was, but I'm going to try to find it. Like a little crack or something that was very effective. I enjoyed immensely. Pete, if you're watching, I thought of something else to tell you. I would like you and Ben Burnley. You guys are so close, right? When are you going back on tour together? Because I would be all about that. I'm done talking to Pete now. Sam, if you're watching, you also rock. Sorry I forgot your name that one video. It just totally escaped me, but... And say hi to Dean. Back to trying to find that cool thing he did. His voice is just such a 10. 10 plus. It's a 10 plus.
It's a tumor tree holds it. Unbeknown, still sending chill. Don't think you're nervous enough. It happened to show its own face. Search for the soul essence. Now point him toward You won't find me curling up a place that should make sense. Well, excuse me for this bad judgment. Night is so worth waiting for. A blinding scare so colorizing. Arms are pointing, sit and stare at this. This living proof, this living proof. Sun's up.
Pete is killing me. What I love about this vocal is that it is imperfect. We're less concerned about it sounding really polished. It just sounds almost live, like this was done in one take in the studio, where he's playing and singing at the same time, and there's just a microphone and he's just doing his thing. It just has a very raw feel to it, which I love. It doesn't have that overproduced where the vocals are just really like smoothed over and auto-tuned. It's just such a real, like this is a human being singing. And so there are little imperfections in there that just makes it perfect. Like the imperfections make it perfect. Oh, what a stellar performance. I'm not even done yet, but oh. Yeah, he's feeling this, like feeling it, totally feeling it. I would love to get into the lyrics here, but we're going to finish it. And And I also love how they're not afraid to just stick an acoustic song on this album, you know? Now that I'm almost done, I am going to assume that it is acoustic the whole way, which is even better. Like, they're not even pressured to like rock out at the end of the acoustic song, you know, like have the pressure from the label or whatever. Like, you know what, guys, this might be a little too tame. You know, we got to keep the rock going on. No, you don't. This is perfect. I love it. I wish more bands would do acoustic songs. Just like stick a random acoustic track on your album. I just love acoustic so much. And Pete's just killing it. Absolutely killing it. Oh, we're going to have to go back a little bit and hear some of this. Where he's just like really, like the vocal is just so raw and real. And I'm all about it.
Rising, arms up, pointing, sit and stare at this. This living proof.
Like that, just really smash a little bit.
Touch before we forget. Save this unaging proof. I don't think you're nervous enough. It happened to show its own face. Search for the soul essence. Now point him to. You're nervous enough. It happened to show its own face. Search for the soul essence. Now point him toward
Love it. Oh, thank you for putting an acoustic song on your album. Just like a purely acoustic. Oh, that's so good. That's just a 10 vocal performance. You know what I mean? Imperfections and all. It's just very captivating. It's just a captivating. I mean, I'm really curious whether this is one that was just like in one take. Pete just knocked it out, you know? I could see that happening. What's the Chevelle lore? Let's see. Recording. I wonder if I read this quote earlier, like with an earlier song from the album that I did. That's what I was talking about. This is Sam. This isn't Pete. This is Sam. We wanted to do a record that was more true to what our live sound is like. We wanted to go in the studio and play the tracks and just record them and not make a perfect record the way I think a lot of our records in the past have been made. We wanted to compete on that same level by not tuning the vocals and not tuning every single chord and not adding samples so every single snare hit is exactly the same. We just went in and recorded. It's not a sonically perfect record. It's more like you get if you go into a studio and just play, and I'm curious to see if people notice a difference. Samuel, yes, I noticed. Now, whether I would notice with the other songs, honestly, I don't know. I would be curious to see if I mentioned that with some of the other videos that I made for this album. If anyone knows, did I mention that? I know I've mentioned that about Chevelle at some point, but it was probably with another acoustic kind of song, so I don't know. So anyway, let me listen to this again, and I'll be right back. Hello again. Fantastic song. I just want to say here at the end that I really appreciate you for watching my Chevelle videos. The dedicated core fan group that always come back for my Chevelle videos, I really appreciate you. Keep on supporting the band. I appreciate your support personally, but I'm talking about supporting the band. Go see them live, buy their albums, stream their songs, buy some merch. You know, whatever. Buy their merch. You can buy my merch too, but buy a t-shirt with Chevelle written on it. Give them your money. They deserve it. It might be a while between videos, but I will never abandon Chevelle because they are just too good to leave behind. Leave no Chevelle behind. So it will either be the new album or it will be another track from this album so that I could finish this one and buy it and listen to it. I don't know. We'll see. So Chevellians, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you for the next one. They can't be watching my videos. It's got to be their team. I just can't imagine them like watching reaction videos on YouTube. I mean, maybe. I would. If I was a musician, I would watch them. They're so fantastic. And the fact that they're brothers, what? It's just such a talented family. Their parents must just be like beside themselves with pride. I can't even imagine.